We're here on the beautiful shores of White Sand Lake, and we are getting ready to wage war on some milfoil plants. We've got a lot of residents here that are volunteering their time to try to eliminate that very pesky weed that threatens our lake, and hopefully we can take care of some and learn how to do it for the most part. And you know, we can expand on that later, especially if we get some more help from people in the future. Once we learn how to do this, it's kind of a learning day, kind of a big learning curve, but hopefully we'll figure out how to make this happen, and then we can expand on that in the future. It spreads like crazy, and it surfaces and basically makes those areas unusable by boating or swimming. It chokes off the lake, it hurts the fishery. Left unchecked, it would cover pretty much all of the shoreline, and we don't want that to happen.
We are hand pulling Eurasian water milfoil today. It's an invasive plant. You can treat milfoil chemically, but with the type of infestation we have right now, there's single plants here and there, and citizen volunteers want to help. This is a great effort to kind of try and keep the numbers of milfoil plants down. We did a little plant identification today. We're going to snorkel and scuba dive and hand pull plants, getting the root wads up. Milfoil plants look similar to the native northern milfoil plants, but they have more leaflet pairs coming off of the stem. So Eurasian water milfoil has more than 11 leaflet pairs. It's a little more reddish. It can be taller than the northern plant. When you lift it out of the water, it's limp instead of holding its shape. So the northern milfoil, which is the native, and we have a lot of that nice native northern on this lake here on White Sand, maintains its shape. It stays rigid when it's out of water, a little greener, a little shorter, has less than 11 leaflet pairs. Milfoil is good at expanding. It can grow at deeper depths than some of the native plants. It can grow quite dense. It can start a new plant when it just a fragment of a plant can start a new plant, and that's one of the ways it spreads quite quickly. With hand pulling, you want to get that root mass out of the ground, and hard packed sand, you want to get your fingers under it and lift it. You might not just be able to pluck it from the main stem. We're bagging it up, we're putting it in a dip net. We don't want to have the fragments float off to start a new plant somewhere else. We have a buddy system where we're working with partners to get plants to a barge to take away. Once milfoil is up above the water line, it can be, you want to dispose of it in a place where it won't get to other water bodies, of course. But a garden, it makes good compost. It can be in a garden or in a hole in the ground or in kind of in the woods. It dries out and can make good compost or fertilizer. The White Sand Lake Association did get a permit from the Minnesota DNR, the Ecological Water Resources Office in Brainerd. Requirements were put in place so that people wouldn't accidentally be transporting it around or knowingly transporting around. It was a plant, in the aquarium trade, or it's kind of a decorative aquatic plant. But so it's illegal to transport that around, and so we get a permit to make sure we're all above board, we're handling the plant and just taking it to a disposal site. This is a great way for citizens to get involved, be aware of what's going on out in the lakes. This is an elbow grease type of project. It's kind of, the plant can get a foothold and really expand, so it's going to take some hours to do that, and we appreciate anybody's dedication in contributing.